Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Becoming Awesome. I'm your co-host, Ray Thomas.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jenna. So happy to see you, Ray, and get on with our show for the day.
Yes,
Favorite time of the week.
I
Getting
know,
to
I
know the
know, I
people.
know. And yeah, we're in season three. It's really interesting. It's a really fun season. This season we're actually diving in and actually talking to other fellow Twitch hosts, within AWS to learn more about the ideation and the premise of their show and the value that they could bring to an audience that may not have ever heard of it. So
Yeah.
it's a live interactive, so it's really, really cool.
Yeah, my favorite part is like getting to see the behind the scenes of
Yeah.
the room. I'm a little obsessed with both people, but also rooms and decor and people's natural habitats. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I love digging into that part.
Yeah, yeah. And today I think we're gonna have a really fun show. We have someone that's, from this audio setup to his light setup and just the personality he brings, I think is actually perfect
Yeah.
for the function of his role. So why don't you quickly introduce our
Oh,
guest and I'll
yeah.
bring him on screen.
I'm going to have him introduce himself. I can just say that from some of the meetings with him at our show syncs, I love his energy, and I hope that he's going to come on with some of his music and flashing lights. So come on, Aaron Hunter.
And there he is.
What is going on, everyone? I told him I wasn't going to do it. But you know what? I figured I would. Might as well go ahead and throw that on there. Let me stop my lights so I don't accidentally hurt someone's eyes. What's going on, everyone? My name is Aaron Hunter. I'm a technical trainer with AWS training certification. I'm really, really happy to be here with the Becoming Awesome or AWSome team, Jenna and Ray. We have Kevin behind the scenes too, so let us know in the chat where you're joining us from. I didn't tell anyone where I'm joining us from. It's obviously my house, but I live in Frisco, Texas. So, Jenna, Ray, where the two of you from?
Jenna.
Concrete jungle, New York City originally, and now in the woods of upstate New York.
You went from the concrete to the concrete jungle to the wood jungle.
That's right.
And we just, so like a few minutes ago, we were talking about solar panels and how you can't have solar panels because there's too many trees around your house. So you literally went to the jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm here in Astoria, Queens, but actually streaming out of our New York City office right in front of the Empire State Building. Took over a conference room and put a sign with your face on it on the door, Aaron. And people are walking by seeing that, wait, it's not the typical fluorescent lights, and lights are off and there's multiple LED lights going on. Like, what's going on in here? So it's my little whisper campaign strategy, so that's how I do things internally here. But really excited to have you on the show, Aaron. And why don't you start off by just quickly giving us a deeper background into your career, how you started, and then how did you come up with this show, like your own Twitch stream?
Yeah, so my career kind of got started in May. It's been almost 8 years. May 2015 is when I joined AWS. Before that, I was a senior network and systems administrator, basically breaking a lot of stuff and resetting a lot of passwords. And then when I joined AWS, I ventured straight into just head first into the journey of the cloud. And I started excelling on AWS, working on, let's see, what else was it? Before we had profiles and support, I was a cloud support engineer, working on Windows and Linux and networking, and then started going into serverless technologies like Lambda functions and so forth. And then I kind of explored other roles because we don't like to silo ourselves. So I explored the technical account manager or the TAM role. I explored solutions architect, and I partnered very closely with a lot of them, working on some pretty big projects with the NFL and other companies that really I can't mention because we're not approved to mention them today, but let's go ahead and just continue talking down my journey. So working past the cloud support engineer role, exploring other options, and I eventually landed on the technical trainer role. I love training. I love mentoring. I love teaching. I clearly love talking. I've been doing that for the past couple minutes already. And I've been doing the tech trainer role for about 2.5 years, and here we are. Now, you had another question. What was that about Twitch?
Yeah, like where'd you come up with the idea? Like with having the stream, how'd you come up with it, and what value do you think other people will get from it?
Oh gosh. So I will not take credit. I didn't come up with the idea. I was given the opportunity to host one of the sessions. Hold on, let me fix my cable. I see it poking out over there. So I didn't actually come up with the idea. It was John Dion and Deborah Strickland. They came up with the idea back in 2021, I want to say. So about 2 years ago. And then they say, hey, Aaron, do you want to stream on the Let's Ship It with AWS? And this was like a startup type show where we built a unicorn application. We were selling unicorn apparel and other stuff like floaties and pool stuff. And it was all fake, right? But we took this startup unicorn type store and built it out over 6 weeks with my friend Rohini Gayankar. So I didn't come up with it, but I eventually became one of the main hosts, and I think they made a really big mistake, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll deal with it.
Well, help me understand, because I think you have a few shows. So you're more than just a one show wonder. You are like a half a dozen show wonder. So how does that work? Is this a culmination of shows? Is this that you do all at once, or are these shows that have iterated, or you've gotten booted and have taken on new ones? Tell us the truth.
So like I mentioned, Let's Ship It with AWS was the first one, startup focused. And we have Let's Ship It with AWS Machine Learning since then. And we also have Let's Ship It with AWS Data Analytics, which is happening right now. I'm not the host for that one. My friend Kevin Schaefer Morrison, Sky Hart, and Stuart Fox are the hosts for that show, which pairs perfectly with another show that we have going on right now, which is Quick Start on AWS Machine Learning. Because without data analytics and machine learning, it's like having popcorn kernels with no heat. You just can't make popcorn. So you have to have data to have machine learning. So those are working in stream in tandem right now. So go ahead and check out all the viewers here. Check out awspowerhour.com for all the resources and all the links. You know what? Can I give you links? Can I send links out? Do I have that option?
And Ray, I hope you're taking some notes on some of these other show owner leads, because we may be able to have some more guests.
Yes, well, luckily we can download this recording, and I'll go right back to it and grab the names. Or Aaron could just, slack it over.
We'll do some offline private messaging for sure. Right. So machine learning, data analytics, I told you about those. We have AWS Power Hour, which is exam readiness, exam focused. That's I would say it's the flagship. It's like the prime estate of our shows. A lot of people come for those. We just finished our architecting professional series, and we have several more coming up later this year. So awspowerhour.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll get notified when we go live on new shows.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite?
They're all different. And I can't say a favorite because of the fact that I'm more behind the scenes on all of them. If you don't see me, there's all the links, right? But what is it? So behind the scenes is like kind of where I live now on all the different shows. If you happen to see me as a host, I'm probably still behind the scenes. If I had to pick one, I would have to say it's probably going to be the upcoming Jam Journey show, only because we haven't done it. It's something that's brand new, and I like the excitement that it's going to bring, as well as the awareness to one of our products that we haven't talked about yet, which is AWS Jam.
Oh, so what's it about? Is it about the technology or use cases, or what's the premise of it?
Yeah, so AWS Jam is like a virtual escape room. And in this new series, which is starting in 1 week from today, then we have the option to kind of take learners through a Jam journey. And the Jam journey says like, hey, you have this account, you have this environment, and we've broken it. Okay. So the learners, they have to go and fix using hints and so forth. But if you redeem a hint, you actually get a penalty. So try not to redeem hints if you want full score, all the points possible. But if you need the hints, they're there for you. And what's cool about the Jam Journey on Twitch show that we're having coming up soon is that we're going to present a challenge as homework and say, hey, you have 7 days to finish this challenge, but come back next week. So let's say episode 2, they're going to come back and watch an expert solve that same challenge that they went through in the past 7 days. So all the challenges are going to be free for any of the viewers and learners. It's not going to cost them anything. So obviously training on Twitch is free. And then they can watch it on demand later on if they need to. But the Jam Journey challenges are also free when normally you can only access them through a Skill Builder paid subscription.
Wow. That's super creative and really interesting. It seems like it merges all your roles, right? Like you were a TAM, so you dealt with breaks and fixing. You're a trainer now, so it has this like instructional design element to it, and maybe the creative aspect of being an architect of building. Did I miss any?
You have to challenge yourself. No, you got it spot on. So you basically take your skills to the test, and you can see if you can escape this virtual escape room and fix all the bugs, and maybe test your own knowledge. So
wow. So you are a full-on trainer now.
Yes.
But you have to stay technical too. How do you what goes into your preps? Like, are you spending a week getting ready for a show, or like what goes into it?
I think it depends on the show, depends on the length of the show, it depends on the content of the show and so forth. If it is exam readiness, like AWS Power Hour, I do spend time preparing for that. I'll spend time working through my demos to make sure that they're polished if we have any demos. I'll spend time going through the content. I'll spend time taking a look at previous episodes and questions that were asked. That way I can make sure to bring those answers back into the flow of the conversation as well. But even though I'm a technical trainer and even though I still have to be technical, I'm driven by the chat. And you know what? You know what I don't see right now? A whole lot of chat questions. So hey, chat, chat, let us know where you're joining from. Throw it in there. I mean, what's your favorite fruit? I don't know. Are you a fan of pineapple on pizza?
No.
No.
You said pineapple
not that
on
one.
Club. I'm like, please don't say pizza, because I'm in New York. I'm like, I don't think pineapples belong on pizza. It's weird.
I've seen people say like pineapple with pepperoni and jalapeno, and I'm like, that is an interesting combination. I'm gonna try it at least once.
Gotta throw a shrimp in there too.
Yeah. We got America, Texas, and NYC.
NYC. So VJ 1900, let us know how you feel about pineapple on pizza. Does that and shrimp? Pineapple and shrimp on pizza? Oh dear gosh, no.
We have Germany in the house too. Tim Deutschland.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Why don't we ask the audience what shows that they've watched with Aaron? Since there's so many, you can get a poll in.
Yeah, let's go down the list. AWS Power Hour, exam readiness, exam prep. What else do we have? Cloud Quest. We had Cloud Quest Cloud Practitioner. We also have Cloud Quest Solutions Architect coming up in a few months. Let's Ship It. We're on our 3rd season for Let's Ship It, focusing on data analytics right now. I literally just got a message on LinkedIn saying that someone just passed their cloud practitioner certification. So congrats to them. Jake Programming says machine learning. Now I'm curious for you, Jake, is it machine learning for Let's Ship It or machine learning quick start on AWS? And there's about a 10-second delay or so, right? So what else do we have? Jam Journey's coming up soon. And let me pull up the entire list.
So I have the list. Let me do this. I'm going to read it off. And then
Skill Center Live.
So I'm going to read off your list, right? So let me know just a quick summary, like who should be watching this, like really target, who should be the target audience for this, all right? So let's go back to the top. AWS Power Hour. Who should be watching that?
Anyone who's studying for an exam, who's preparing themselves for an exam.
Okay. AWS Cloud Quest.
Anyone who wants to test their skills, but not take them to the test. Anyone who wants to test their skills and also get some hands-on experience, because Cloud Quest, you step into a virtual world and then there's a scenario and we walk you through how to solve that scenario. And then we also give you a DIY section, but you get a badge when you're done with all the assignments and challenges. So when you complete the role, you get a badge.
Jake said, I
Anybody
think
get a
of
badge yet?
QuickStart. Yeah. We are looking at object detection with an older gentleman. Do you remember that?
Ooh,
By any
Fred.
chance?
That's happening right now. So it's Fred, Ben, and Brooke. So he's talking about Quick Start on AWS Machine Learning, which is they have their 5th episode happening this Friday.
Awesome. And then we talked about AWS Jab Journey. That's launching soon. Let's ship it with AWS. Talk about that.
So it used to be startup focused, no longer specifics around startups, but it depends on the series. We have Let's Ship It with AWS, which is the very first one, building a unicorn application. The second one is machine learning, so focusing on ML technology. The third one is data analytics happening right now, which is the one that the second episode is on Friday. The first episode just aired this past Friday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we have Quick Start with AWS.
So that's basically if you want to get started quickly, if you want some foundational type information. So machine learning, that's one that's happening right now. It's the second season. The very first season happened way back in 2021. That was actually the very first season series of everything on TNC Twitch. So we kind of took that and we rebooted it, revamped it for today's machine learning technology. It's really hype or really hot, really hype and so forth, like generative AI, machine learning, and Amazon Bedrock. Don't worry, we're not going to lose you and go down the weeds. If you know anything about Amazon SageMaker, that's the show for you. If you don't know anything about Amazon SageMaker, that's the show for you. So
we got 4 more. So let's do AWS Skills Center live.
AWS Skill Center Live is all about the AWS Skill Center interview conversational type shows where we, in the past, let's say January, I want to say. In January, we brought several hosts from different industry types, cloud support engineers, data center operations technicians, technical account managers, we had some people from ProServe come and talk to us about their role. So they shared their knowledge and then also shared their career journeys. So, but they did it live from the Skill Center so we can see the entire space. It's called the Discovery Center. So different like machine learning exhibits and robotics exhibits and science and technology exhibits. What's cool about this, if you haven't heard of the Skill Center, go check it out. But the Skill Center has these like floating globes, and you can actually tap a button on the screen and it turns into Mars, or it turns into like different planets. You can see like the atmospheric changes and like all the pressure. It's so wild.
That sounds pretty interesting. 3 more. AWS Builders Lab.
Ooh, so the Builder Lab, that is one where we give people labs that they can go through and build, and they try to solve different challenges. That's going to be coming up here pretty soon. So give that a few months and sign up for the newsletter. Don't forget, awspowerhour.com, and then you'll know when we have these shows live.
Awesome. AWS Dev Hour.
Dev Hour is all about spending 1 hour developing solutions and digging deep into like code type stuff. So if you're a CI/CD pipeline wonder guru wizard, that's the show for you.
Or wannabe, right?
I mean, I don't want to say anyone's a wannabe, but you're gonna be, okay? Yeah. Anyone who's gonna be.
All right, and we have Conversational Cloud.
So conversational cloud, really just like this, where how did you get started? What was your journey? What are some of the tips and tricks that people can offer for us? Maybe if they're just getting started on their cloud practitioner certification, or maybe someone who is venturing from a non-tech role into a tech role. So people who came from like a marketing background directly into a tech role. People who came from a science background directly into a tech role, and what that path and progression looked like for them, and how others can be inspired to move into tech.
Gotcha.
Wow. So you are plugged in a lot, facilitating and planning these multiple shows. Do you have another? Is that the majority of your time, or do you also train customers at customer sites or at the skills center, or even internal AWS people?
Yes.
Ooh.
All of it.
Oh.
So I do enablement behind the scenes for TNC Twitch. So every single series that we mentioned, I work with the host to make sure that we're elevating their skills to make them as energetic and approachable as possible, as well as at the same time making sure that the content flows the way that we know works best. And outside of that, I also work on teaching classes. I'm still an AWS authorized instructor, so I teach architecting on AWS, advanced architecting on AWS, DevOps engineering on AWS, and so forth. So one that's really hot right now is EKS, or Amazon EKS, or Elastic Kubernetes service. So let me know in the chat if you ever heard of EKS or ECS or S3 or SQS, or there's over 200 fully featured services, and I can just keep going on the full list. But what we do have is, outside of the technical trainer role, outside of the live streaming role, I also teach at summits. So one of the summits coming up soon is, well, I'm speaking AMER here. Okay, there's summits that just happened in Berlin. There's one in Stockholm coming up pretty soon. But for AMER, I'll be at the WWPS Washington, D.C. summit. So it's our public sector. I'll be at Reinforce the week after. It's our security conference, our security summit. I'll be at the New York summit, and I'll be at reInvent. So those are just a couple that I'll be at this year, as well as some international ones, like possibly Mexico City, Sao Paulo. I think Amsterdam was there as well. So we'll see.
Wow. Well, we'll try to put it all in clips so we can share that out in case people didn't capture that.
Yeah, absolutely.
For your followers, for all Aaron Hunter followers. And I would imagine that some of your followers would like to know about you personally too. So when you are not plugged in, training and teaching and prepping and traveling and summoning and all that very busy work, and dancing with your music, right? And your strobing of your lights. What does Aaron do?
I relax. I sit on the couch. I'm a potato. I feel like I need a soundbite for that. Like, I am a potato. I'm pretty sure there's a TikTok there somewhere. But but that's pretty much what I do. I relax with my family. We go out to dinner. We go for walks if we're able to. We live in Texas, so the heat is coming. Right now, it's not too bad. But that's pretty much it. I'm not too exciting. One person's Rahib99 just laughed. I have no idea what they're laughing at. Maybe just me generically. So
yeah, like everyone potatoing. So there you go. It's like I was a potato on Sundays.
I'm a potato.
That's my recovery day. So I'm like you. I'm on the couch on Sundays, and I'm laying down. Just my daughter's like playing WWE on her PS5, and I'm sitting there looking at all the pictures and videos from like the content creation that I do over the weekend. I'm like making reels, but again, I'm just a potato that's just not moving.
Well, if people want to connect with me and like find out what I do outside of work, I'm probably more active on that side on like Twitter. So alias is, how do I do this? Yeah. Right there. Alias is right there. I got it right this time. At Aaron S. Hunter is where you can find me on Twitter. It's also my alias on LinkedIn. So you can add me at all the places. I'm on, where am I at? TikTok. It's Aaron S. Hunter 1213, because there's already an Aaron S. Hunter. Did you know that? There's already an Aaron S. Hunter. But why is it 1213? Because it's my birthday. So you can send me all the presents.
Oh, yeah. So have you ever done a behind the scenes on any of your shows where you've given a tour of your space?
I haven't, but you know what? We did talk about that, so let me go ahead and do it now. I can flip my camera over to this. Oh, I did do it with Todd Sharp, actually. So I showed him this, but here's behind the scenes. I have these moving blankets actually absorb some of the sound. So yes, I have a standing desk, but the moving blankets absorb some of the sound. I have this right here. That's not a poster. That is a puzzle that I put together, and I mounted it on my wall through like just a poster frame. I have my lights here that I can turn off from like a click of a button, and that way you can see more of the screens. I have my really big screen here that you can see, which has all my notes in real estate, like my drawing tablet. I have my Echo device over here. I'm not going to say ALEXA. I will not do it for you. My laptop is here, and then I have a teleprompter. So when I'm looking directly back at the teleprompter, it's this right here, and that's exactly what you see. So That way I can see all my notes if I need to, or I can just make eye contact directly with the camera and get nice and personal with y'all. Okay, get nice
And you can
nice
make
and
it moodier
personal.
with the lighting too. You have controls
Oh,
to change up the lighting too.
I can get real moody in here. I mean, let me turn this down a little bit. Here we go. No, not that one. Let me go. You want to go red? Let's go red. Hey, chat, pick a color. Pick a color. I'm gonna turn this color, whatever color you say. Whatever color you say in the chat, I'm gonna turn it to that.
Can I pick rainbow if nobody else is coming in? Do you have a rainbow?
I think this is rainbow. It's more disco.
Yeah, it's more disco.
One person said purple. Okay, so that's purple. One person said blue. There we go. And I see another blue. So we're gonna keep it on blue for the people who said blue, because I'm gonna do it for you.
So someone's asking, which tool do you use for your notes?
It depends on the mood. I use like Notepad++, VS Code. I use like other internal tools that we have. I honestly, sometimes, depending on like how much frustration I have with technology, I just write things down on paper. I have notes right here.
Old school too.
You don't have a chair. Do you not sit?
I have a chair.
Oh,
That's right
there.
here.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but no, I try not to sit if I can avoid it.
Yeah. Is it because you really want to dance?
Most times, yeah. Most times it's because I want to dance.
I have another question. Like,
But
one thing I look at, like when it comes to presenting, some people are, they're able to articulate themselves more clearly and more confidently when they're standing versus those that are sometimes sitting. Again, depending on the conversation or the topic, right?
yeah,
Some people are just lounging, chilling, and having a great back and forth banter, right? But then presenters like yourself, are you used to standing and presenting?
I'm used to it, and mostly like I started standing just because I wanted to hide the mess. Because if I put my desk down lower, it's not clean. So there's that.
That's like my office at home. Same exact
And
thing.
now that Jenna called out where my chair is, like
Yeah.
I don't why now it's all I can see. There, it's out of the way. It's hidden. Can't even see it anymore.
Wow. So killer setup.
I see.
Lights.
Yeah, I see the. Yeah. So yes, these are the Elgato key lights I'm using. Hey, Elgato, hit me up for sponsorships, okay?
Oh man. So let's see. So like you said, you're a family man, being a couch potato, which we all need to kind of reset and whatnot. Puzzles. You said you have a puzzle on the wall. What was the puzzle of? And how many pieces were there?
I don't know. It's a puzzle of. Do I still have it? I don't know if I still have it. I don't have the box anywhere. I'm sure it's somewhere. But the puzzle was of Iron Man, and it says Superior Iron Man. If you want to look it up, go ahead and do that. It's the one where he's putting his hand out like this. I mean, That's the classic Iron Man move, right? But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different Iron Men with like the different Avengers behind him, and then you have Tony Stark, like the classic OG Tony Stark, where he's like, "Oh, my heart," because Iron Man has the phase heart there. So there's that. Outside of puzzles, like actual puzzles, Rubik's cubes.
I can't do it. I absolutely, I'm horrible at it, and I could watch a billion YouTube videos of the patterns and how to do it. And then you have these, 10-year-olds that are popping it up in there and doing three at a time.
I know. Have you seen the person doing it like upside down, blindfolded, and made into a painting? It's like
yes. I've seen all of them. I'm just not that bright.
That one sounds like it has some like classic clicking sounds to it. They're all made.
This one?
Yeah.
This one's called a speed cube. It's a GAN cube. It's like 25 or 30 US dollars. I like it. So there's that. My go-to fidget toy for meetings for sure. Like if you ever catch me in a meeting and I'm going like this, I'm probably like, if you ever see me looking down, I'm probably solving it. I wonder if I could solve it before we go off air. So let's see.
In just over a minute.
Yeah. I mean, I did it at reInvent once, and I can never do it when I'm like under pressure. So why do I do this to myself?
What was the quickest amount of time it took you?
42 seconds.
42 seconds. Someone's meeting.
Someone's meeting. That means, you know what that means?
That was my fault. So sorry.
1 minute until we have to be off air. Let's see if I can get this.
Pressure's on. Get that cue, Karen.
Oh no, I'm probably not gonna be able to do it. Let's see if I can.
think you got about 30
Okay,
seconds.
When you
almost.
tire, maybe you need some cheering on from your fans.
No, you know what I need? I need less pressure. I don't like this pressure. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm not going to let everyone down.
Yeah, like
So
10
close.
seconds.
I can feel it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We're going to go over. And it's okay.
It's worth it.
Oh, I fumbled somewhere. I'm not going to do it. Come back.
Right, good try.
AWSpowerhour.com. Come back. Challenge me on one of the streams. Or you know what? Follow me on Twitch. And it's Aaron S. Hunter. Follow me on Twitter, Aaron S. Hunter. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Aaron S. Hunter. Be my friend, Aaron S. Hunter. Blue Sky app, Aaron S. Hunter. All the things, Aaron S. Hunter, except Instagram and TikTok. Aaron S. Hunter 1213. Ray, Jenna, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Pleasure
Thank you.
having you. See you
So
all
nice.
next week. Take care.